Hi and hello, Rays fans, and welcome to this presentation of Rays Baseball on WHBC. Your Tampa Bay Rays at 1-0, taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates at 0-1, the second game of the season. Of course, Tampa Bay getting the win on opening day, and starting pitcher for the Rays, the former Cy Young winner, Blake Snell, will be on the bump for the first time this season. The lineup that he will be facing for Pittsburgh, basically the same lineup from yesterday. Batting first, designated hitter Kevin Newman. At second, left fielder Adam Frazier. At third, center fielder Brian Reynolds. Batting cleanup, the first baseman Josh Bell with the home run yesterday. Batting fifth, the third baseman Colin Moran. Batting sixth, the right fielder Gregory Polanco. Batting seventh, second baseman Kevin Kramer. Batting eighth, catcher Jacob Stallings. And the only change of the lineup, batting ninth, the shortstop Cole Tucker. The first pitch on its way is a strike just about down the middle there on the outside part of the plate. 0-1 the count. First pitch strike for Snell. Blake Snell last year in 107 innings pitched had a 6-8 record with a 4.3 ERA, as that second pitch is low and inside for a ball there. Blake Snell dealt with some injuries. Of course, started on opening day last season against the Houston Astros. Gave up a few runs, ended up getting the loss in that game. Ended up hurting his foot a few starts later at an incident at home, as that third pitch is high for a ball. 2-1 the count. Had a couple stints on the injury list. Ended up coming back strong late in the season, though. Did start a couple of playoff games. And came out of the bullpen in the fourth game of the American League Division Series against Houston in his first relief appearance of his career. Picked up a save there. He's got a 3-1 count to Kevin Newman, though. Definitely don't want to walk off the leadoff man. We'll see. That pitch is swung on and missed there for Snell. A nice fastball there up in the zone. And the count will be full for Snell and Kevin Newman. The payoff pitch is swung on and driven into center field. Kevin Kiermaier coming on and will record out number one of the game. A fly out to the center fielder there. And coming up next for the Pirates is a left fielder, Adam Frazier. Batted .278 last year, 10 home runs, 50 RBIs. The first pitch is on its way. And it swung on and fouled away there. 0-1 the count. First pitch struck there on the foul ball. Interesting to see how much they'll use Blake Snell in this one, as the second pitch is low for a ball. They didn't go much into the bullpen, of course. Jose Alvarado recording the seventh inning, or the eighth inning, I believe. And then, of course, the closer, Nick Anderson, coming on for the save. So just about everyone else is available, including those two who went yesterday if need be. But, of course, you want to get Snell going, but at the same time, you want to make sure that he doesn't throw too many pitches, as that one was in there for a ball. The 2-1 is swung on and driven, but foul. That will even the count at 2-2 for Adam Frazier there. Snell is outside for ball 3. The count goes full. Once again, the second batter of the game that will reach a full count. Brian Reynolds coming up on deck behind him. 1 out. No men on here for Snell. The payoff pitch is on its way. Swung on and driven to the first baseman, G-Man Choi. He easily runs over to the bag to retire Frazier. So that will be 2 men out in the first. Snell retiring the first 2 batters that he's faced. And coming up is the 3-hole hitter, Brian Reynolds. The 0-0 pitch is barely on the outside part of the plate for a ball. That one right on the border there. The umpire calls it a ball. So Snell behind in the count, 1-0. The pitch is swung on and fouled away. Even in the count there at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch to Reynolds. Taken high for a ball, so Reynolds taking his pitches. Snell on the kind of outside parts of the plate. Puts that one in there for a strike, so Reynolds takes a strike there, evening the count at 2-2. Snell 1 strike away from getting out of the inning clean. and it's drived out to Lau. The throw to Choi is good for out number 3, and they retire the side in order 1, 2, 3. Coming up for the Rays, Meadows, Lau, and Diaz when we come back. Rays baseball on WHBC. And pitching for the Pittsburgh Pirates in his first start of the season, Joe Musgrove last year went 11-12 with a 4.4 ERA, 39 walks, 157 strikeouts. Did play for the Houston Astros, was a World Series champion for them, but has pitched for the Pirates for the past couple years. Interesting to see they haven't used Chris Archer yet. You would think for sure that we'll see him in the final game of the series when we take on the Pirates tomorrow. But Musgrove's first pitch to Austin Meadows is fouled away. Meadows, of course, one of the heroes of opening day just a couple of days ago, hit that 3-run homer in the bottom of the 5th to give the Rays their first runs of the season and the lead for good, as Pittsburgh had a nice run there in the top of the 9th, but could only score 2 runs as they lose by a run there in opening day. That pitch, though, is high for a ball. So the count evens at 1-1. Third pitch for Musgrove coming up. The batting order for the Rays: batting first, right fielder Austin Meadows; batting second, second baseman Brandon Lau, as that pitch is swung on and missed by Meadows; batting third, the third baseman Yandy Diaz; batting fourth, cleanup, the left fielder Hunter Renfroe; batting fifth at first base Ji-Man Choi; batting sixth, the shortstop Willie Adames; batting seventh, the DH Joey Wendell today, as that pitch is driven by a base hit. No one over there in left field for Austin Meadows, as he will turn for first base and go into second base, standing up for a leadoff double for Meadows. So a really good start to this season for Meadows. Had a homer yesterday, gets a double in his first at-bat of the game, leads it off with a double. The left fielder playing closer to center on the shift. Meadows takes advantage and gets to second base. And then finishing the batting order, batting 8th, center fielder Kevin Kiermaier, and batting 9th, Mike Zunino, as Brandon Lau swings and misses at that one. He's got a man in scoring position. Went hitless yesterday, but I believe did have a walk. His on-base percentage .250. So looking to drive in a run here, trying to get his first hit of the season. The 0-1 pitch on its way from Musgrove is a strike. So Brandon Lau watches a second strike go by. He is down early in the count, 0-2, looking to protect here against Musgrove. The 0-2 pitch is taken high and inside for a ball by Brandon Lau. The count goes now to 1-2. Brandon Lau, as we talked about, as his rookie season last year, batted .231 with 3 home runs, and 19 RBIs. Did not spend much time at all in the big leagues. And Kevin Musgrove there getting the strikeout against Brandon Lau. Swings and misses at that one, not able to do anything, bringing up the third baseman there, Yandy Diaz. The first pitch to Diaz is swung on and fouled away. So Musgrove doing another good job at getting ahead in the count early. Yandy Diaz also looking for his first hit of the season, went hitless yesterday, did not reach base at all in that 3 spot. The 0-1 pitch from Musgrove is swung on and driven to the second baseman, who flips it over to Bell to retire Diaz. Meadows moves over to third base with 2 outs on that sacrifice situation. If you want to be nice to Diaz, they are bringing up the cleanup man, Hunter Renfroe. 2 outs, 1 on in scoring position. Austin Meadows 90 feet away after getting the leadoff double. The first pitch is low and outside to Renfroe. He takes that one for a ball. 1-0 the count now. Musgrove trying to prevent the Rays from getting on the board here in the bottom of the first. They've got a man 90 feet away. Hunter Renfroe drives that one, and it is barely foul. Would have definitely driven in Meadows. Probably would have been an extra base hit. The ball stayed just foul, and the count evens at 1-1 for the cleanup man Renfroe. He watches that one go by for a strike, so now Musgrove 1 strike away from eliminating the threat there with Meadows 90 feet away from home plate. The 1-2 pitch is taken just high by Hunter Renfroe. A good take on that one, just on the upper part of the plate. Watches that one for a ball. Swung on and missed there by Hunter Renfroe to retire the side. They had a man at third base, could not drive him in, so just 1 hit for the Rays, no runs. As we head to the top of the second inning, we'll lead off for the Pittsburgh Pirates, the slugger cleanup hitter first baseman Josh Bell. 37 home runs last year, 116 RBIs. Also, to mention, did have a 2-run homer on opening day in the top of the ninth to give the Pirates a threat that they would not be able to finish off. That first pitch there from Snell is a bit high and outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. That pitch about in the same spot, driven on by Josh Bell. The right fielder Meadows chasing almost out to the track, but catches that one easily to retire Bell for the first out of the inning. Coming up next in the 5-hole, third baseman Colin Moran. I believe he was the guy in the top of the ninth that bunted over the runners at first and second to second and third to give the Pirates the leading run in scoring position. Of course, they were not able to finish off the threat as Anderson gets the save in that one. Moran, they're up 1-0 in the count so far. 1 out, no men on. Top of the second as Moran takes that ball high and outside. Once again, 2-0 the count. So Snell getting behind in the count here. 21 pitches so far for him in 1 1/3 innings pitched in his first start of the season here in the second game for the Rays. The 2-0 pitch from Snell is on its way. He watched that off-speed pitch right down the middle for a strike. 2-1 the count. Snell trying to get back in it. Moran just watches that one plop right in the strike zone. And the pitch for Snell is driven on by Moran. That's going to be a base hit. Adames cannot get over there. It'll be picked up by Renfroe, but it will be a base hit for Moran. So a 1-out single there for Colin Moran, bringing up the right fielder Gregory Polanco up next. The 0-0 pitch to Polanco is taken low and outside. Did not swing at that slider there. He went hitless yesterday, but did reach base one time. But looking for his first hit of the season is Polanco. 1-0 the count to him. 1 on, 1 out here, top of the second. The pitch from Snell is driven on, picked up easily by Adames. The flip to second and the throw to first is good for the double play. First of the season, if I'm not mistaken, for the Rays. That will retire the side there as we go to the bottom of the second. And coming up to the plate for the first batter of the second inning is Ji-Man Choi, the first baseman, fan favorite. He swings on that first pitch, picked up by the shortstop Tucker. Throw to first is good for the out. So Ji-Man Choi swinging at the first pitch he saw. It is a ground out for Choi there. Coming up next is the shortstop Willy Adames. One out, no men on for Adames. The first pitch swung on again, picked up by the second baseman, flipped over to first for the out. So 2 straight batters swinging on the first pitch that they see. Retired both of them. Eric Kramer there, the man with the throw to first to put out Adames. So 2 outs now for Joey Wendell, the DH. Joey Wendell was moved down in the lineup from opening day. Batted second a couple days ago. Moved down from 7th, switching places with Brandon Lau as he swings also at that first pitch. Is it going to be a 3-pitch inning? It will be. So Joe Musgrove with a 3-pitch inning, all 3 batters for the Rays swinging and recording outs on the first pitch that they see as Joey Wendell pops that one up as we go to the top of the 3rd next on Rays Baseball. The first man that Snell will face in the top of this 3rd inning is the second baseman Eric Kramer in the 7 hole. Watches that first pitch go by for a strike. 0-1 goes the count for Kevin Kramer. 26 pitches through 2 innings so far for Snell. That pitch also taken for a strike. That big looping curveball. Kevin Kramer not able to do anything with it though. 0-2 the count. Snell ahead early on Kramer. The 0-2 pitch is taken high for a ball. Kevin Kramer not taking that one, as Snell is going to have to work a little bit harder to put out Kramer. Jacob Stallings and Cole Tucker are the Pirates that will come up next at the bottom of the lineup before we return to the top. The 1-2 pitch is low for a ball, so Kevin Kramer takes a couple of pitches, gets back into the count. It's even now at 2-2. The pitch is swung on and missed. A strikeout for Snell as he gets Kramer to wave and miss at that. He's out on strikes. Beautiful off speed. Kevin Kramer not able to do anything with it, and Jacob Stallings, the catcher, will come up next. The first pitch to Stallings is low for a ball. Snell not able to do much with that off speed there. Jacob Stallings with about a hit yesterday, 250 on the season after 1 game. First strikeout of the day for Snell. Nice, beautiful swing and miss that he got Kevin Kramer on. That pitch is in there for a strike. Count even at 1-1. The pitch from Snell is swung on and fouled away, bringing the count to 1-2. Snell looking for a second straight strikeout. Swung on and driven. That's going to be a base hit if it stays fair, and a ground rule double as it hits the ground and bounces into the Crawford cutout down the left field line. So Stallings will take his base at second. The Pirates have a man in scoring position here with only 1 out, as Hunter Renfroe could only watch that ball bounce through the Crawford cutout there. The 9-hole Cole Tucker will face Snell with a man in scoring position. That first pitch is low for a ball. Cole Tucker we have not seen yet. His first plate appearance of the season last year batted .211, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. A big chance for the Pirates here to get their first lead of the game. A 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. That fastball high and inside. Cole Tucker could not do anything with it, as Snell evens the count now at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Snell now is outside for a ball. Cole Tucker taking that pitch easily. The 2-1 goes the count. On deck is the leadoff man, Kevin Newman, who flied out to center field in his first plate appearance of the game. The 2-1 pitch from Snell to Tucker. Tried to check his swing, but it didn't matter as the pitch was in the zone. Snell now 1 strike away from retiring Cole Tucker. 2-2 is the count. The pitch swung on and missed. Cole Tucker is out on strikes as Blake Snell picks up his second strikeout of the inning. 1 out away now from retiring the threat. Cole Tucker upset with himself there as he can only wave and miss at that pitch by Snell. And now with 2 outs, 1 man in scoring position, Kevin Newman, the leadoff man, watches that pitch go high and outside for a ball. As we said, flew out to center field in his first plate appearance. A base hit will most likely score a run for the Pirates, the 1-0 pitch. Newman checks his swing there low and inside for a ball. 2-0 the count now for Snell. Kevin Newman gets ahead there, 2-0. Blake Snell sets. Looks back at Stallings. He throws. And that pitch is taken by Newman for a strike. Newman just waiting for the pitch that he likes up in the count 2-0, trying to drive in that run. Looks like he's going to try and sit on a pitch that he wants. The 2-1 pitch from Snell is on its way. And Newman takes his second straight strike. Snell now 1 strike away from retiring the threat here in the top of the third. The 2-2 pitch from Snell is swung on and driven. That's just foul. About the third time we've seen that so far this game on that third base line. If it had been fair, it would have been probably an extra base hit. But the 2-2 pitch is taken for a ball, and the count will go full to the leadoff man, Kevin Newman. Adam Frazier, the left fielder, will come up next if Snell cannot retire Newman here. The payoff pitch is on its way. And he takes that one for a strike. So Blake Snell with 3 strikeouts in this third inning to retire the threat. The Pirates get a man in scoring position, but cannot bring him home as they stay scoreless as we go to the bottom of the third on Rays Baseball. Kevin Kiermaier, the man that will lead off this third inning, the 8-hole hitter. Had, I believe, a couple of hits yesterday. Ended up getting on base and would be driven in by Austin Meadows on that beautiful 3-run homer that we saw yesterday. Kevin Kiermaier, Mike Zunino, Austin Meadows, the men that will come up to bat in the third inning. Kevin Kiermaier can only foul that one away as he goes behind in the count 0-2. Musgrove with a pretty efficient start here. Only 20 pitches so far through 2. The 0-2 pitch. Kevin Kiermaier takes that one low and inside for a ball. Joe Musgrove looking to put KK away here on the 1-2. Kiermaier fouls that one away down the third base line. Another 1-2 from Musgrove. That one taken inside once again. Count goes now even at 2-2. This battle between Musgrove and Kiermaier. KK would love to get on base here to start a threat here for the Rays. Kevin Kiermaier, that's going to be a base hit as he drives it through the hole on the right side. The right fielder scooping it up, but that will be a base hit for Kiermaier. And as we talked about a couple days ago on opening day, the threat that Kevin Kiermaier presents when he gets on the base path. He gets a base hit there to get on first base. Mike Zunino coming up behind him. We've seen this before. If Zunino can get something going, be interesting to see what Austin Meadows can do when he comes up to the plate. Mike Zunino, the catcher, batted 165 last year, but had a good game on opening day, getting a hit. Of course, is known for being a defensive catcher, and he has done just that so far, calling some good games, although Nick Anderson did have a wild pitch yesterday in the ninth. The first pitch to Zunino is taken for a strike. Perhaps a stealing situation for Kevin Kiermaier. One man on, no outs here, bottom of the third. Mike Zunino takes that one outside for a ball, 1-1. The count is evened. The pitch from Musgrove is taken high for a ball, so Mike Zunino being patient here in this at-bat. He gets ahead in the count here, 2-1. And the throw to first, Kevin Kiermaier gets back safe. Bell not able to tag him in time. Musgrove likely just trying to keep Kevin Kiermaier tied as close to that first base bag as possible. The 2-1 for Musgrove is fouled back by Zunino. The count is even now, 2-2. Mike Zunino at least trying to move KK into scoring position with the leadoff Meadows coming up next. As he swings and misses, Zunino is going to strike out there for the first out of the inning for Musgrove. Third strikeout of the day for Musgrove. As we head back to the top of the lineup, Austin Meadows hitting with a man on. Swings at the first pitch, but it is fouled away once again down that third baseline. Meadows doubled in his first at-bat of the game. The 0-1 pitch is taken low for a ball. Barring a double play, Brandon Lau will come up next, the second baseman. Meadows takes that one for a ball, and Kevin Kiermaier stealing, and he's safe! Kevin Kiermaier steals his first base of the season. We knew this was likely coming. He gets there just in time. Almost 20 miles an hour on the steal for Kiermaier. He's so good at that, and Kiermaier gets into scoring position with Austin Meadows at the plate. You gotta love this situation if you're the Rays. The 2-1 pitch to Meadows is swung on and missed. 2-2 is the count now. One strike away from putting away Meadows is Musgrove. Kevin Kiermaier now getting into scoring position. That pitch fouled away for Meadows. 2-2 remains the count. The 2-2 pitch is fouled down that third baseline. That's the popular place to be if you're a foul ball today here at Tropicana Field. The 2-2 pitch to Meadows is on its way. He fouls that one away. Probably could have taken it for a ball, but trying to protect there at 2-2 with KK in scoring position. We've seen this situation before happen on opening day. Meadows up to the plate. Kevin Kiermaier at second base. Meadows takes that ball low and inside. Count goes full now at 3-2. Brandon Lau on deck for the Rays in the bottom of the third inning. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed by Meadows. Gets himself into a full count but cannot lay off of that off-speed pitch. 2 outs now for the Rays. 1 man on for Brandon Lau, the second baseman. Lau did strike out in his first at-bat of the game. The first pitch to Lau is just low and outside for a ball. Brandon Lau hit .270 last year. 17 home runs, 51 RBIs in his rookie season. The 1-0 pitch to Lau from Musgrove is taken high and outside for a ball. Lau getting ahead so far in the count, 2-0. He's got a man in scoring position. The pitch is taken high for a ball. So Musgrove looking like maybe he's pitching around Lau here. Diaz is on deck, who's looking for his first hit of the year. The 3-0 pitch from Lau. Takes that one for a strike. Did not get the green light there on the 3-0 pitch. Musgrove trying to work his way back into this count. The 3-1 is swung on and driven, but picked up by Josh Bell, who runs over just a few feet to the first base bag to retire the threat. As we go to the top of the fourth next. Leading off this fourth inning is the left fielder Adam Frazier. Grounded out to the first baseman in his first at-bat against Snell. The lefty-on-lefty matchup here. Frazier takes that ball just low. 1-0 the count now. Snell 47 pitches through 3. Tracking maybe you think about 6 innings or so if he stays on this pace. That pitch taken for a strike. Snell with a few strikeouts in this contest, including 3 last inning as Frazier drives that one through the gap for a base hit. Adames, the shortstop, not able to get it. Renfroe there to scoop it up, but Adam Frazier will head to first. That base hit for him. So a leadoff single there for Adam Frazier. Brian Reynolds will bat next. Grounded to the second baseman in his first at-bat. 1 on, no outs here for Reynolds. Top of the fourth, the pitch from Snell is taken for a strike. The 0-1 from Snell. He kicks, throws. Swung on and driven. It's going to be Renfroe who runs it down, but catches it easily, as Frazier will have to retreat to first base. One gone now in the fourth. Josh Bell coming out now for the Pirates. The slugger, who has presented to be such a threat so far in this series already. Did fly out to the right fielder in his first at-bat, though. 1 on, 1 out for Bell. That ball taken just low, I suppose, for a ball. 1-0 the count to Bell. Definitely not someone that you want to get in trouble as far as the count goes. Snell, that pitch in there for a strike. Middle part of the plate, down. The 1-1 count now to Bell. Snell kicks, throws. That pitch taken just low once again. So Bell taking 3 pitches so far. 1-2 count. 1 pitch away from retiring Bell. The pitch swung on and fouled away by Bell. The count will remain 1-2. Adam Frazier at first base. Josh Bell at the plate. Colin Moran will bat next. And it is to Adames, who flips it. And it is going to be a double play as it goes to Choi to retire the side. It went from Brandon Lau to Willie Adames to Choi for the double play, the second of the game for the Rays. The first batter for the Rays in this fourth inning will be Yandy Diaz, grounded out in his first at-bat of the game. Diaz, Renfroe, and Choi will bat in this fourth inning. The 44th pitch for Musgrove is a ball. 1-0 the count to Diaz. Rays looking to get something. No runs so far in this game. A few hits for both sides. Kind of like what we saw yesterday. The 1-0 pitch to Diaz is in there for a strike on the upper part of the plate. Diaz just watches it go by for a strike, though. The 1-1 to Diaz is taken outside for a ball. Diaz with some good plate discipline here in this at-bat, not biting at those sliders for Musgrove. That one once again will be in the dirt. The catcher Stallings not able to get a hold of it either as it goes rolling away there. 3-1, the count to Diaz. The pitch from Musgrove is taken for a strike, so that will fill up the count at 3-2. Full count for Diaz, the payoff pitch from Musgrove. He throws. And it is driven foul by Diaz just beyond the first base line. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Another payoff pitch. It's fouled away once again by Diaz, looking just to stay alive. That pitch well inside the zone, so good move by Diaz to stay alive. A third payoff pitch to Diaz. It is driven. The third baseman cannot get a hold of it. His throw to first is in time, though, to Bell to put away Diaz. Not able to pick up the ball initially. It bounces out of his glove, but he's able to pick it up and throw it to first to retire Diaz. Diaz not able to get there in time. I guess a good play by Colin Moran. Not able to glove it initially, but a good ability to pick it up there and whip it to first. Looks like Diaz was nearly safe there, but they call him out. So Hunter Renfroe will bat. 1 out. No man on here at the bottom of the fourth. Renfroe takes that first pitch high. The 1-0 pitch to Renfroe is taken in the zone for a strike there. Nice to see that American League wildcard banner up there from 2019. We didn't mention it opening day, but a nice accomplishment for the Rays as Renfroe fouls that one back. Really a great season 2019 was, as they're 1 win away from tying the franchise record for that category. 96 wins, in fact, for the Rays. Looking to add on to that this season as Renfroe drives that one away foul just beyond that third baseline. We've seen it so many times today. The 1-2 pitch to Renfroe is on its way. Just outside, so the count will be even now at 2-2. for Hunter Renfroe. Renfroe struck out in his first at-bat, looking to do a little more damage against Musgrove this time around. The 2-2 for Musgrove is taken outside, so we'll have another full count here. G-Man Choi on deck. Would love to see Renfroe get on base here. The 3-2 is fouled back against the screen there. We'll do it again at 3-2. A payoff pitch is swung on and missed by Renfroe, so he will be out on strikes. Musgrove picks up another strikeout, and with the bases empty and 2 out, the first baseman, G-Man Choi, will come up to the plate. Renfroe with his second strikeout of the game. Five strikeouts for Musgrove in the contest. G-Man Choi swings at the first pitch that he sees, charged by the right fielder. Waves man away, and it is caught easily to retire the threat. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Colin Moran is the man that will lead off here. The third baseman singled in his first at-bat. Had that nice play over there at third base in the bottom of the last inning. 56 pitches for Snell through 4. That pitch fouled away there by Colin Moran. Colin Moran doing some damage offensively and defensively against the Rays so far in this series. The 0-1 is swung on and fouled away. 0-2 the count now for Snell. Snell looking to pick up another strikeout. Swung on and missed there, and he will pick up that strikeout. A 3-pitch K there to retire Colin Moran. Gregory Polanco, the man that will come up next for the Pirates. Four strikeouts for Snell in this contest. Polanco grounded into a double play in his first at-bat. Watches that curveball loop into the strike zone. He goes down 0-1 here. The 0-1 pitch is very high and inside there. Gregory Polanco probably did not appreciate that one too much, as Snell got all up close and personal with Polanco there. The 1-1 swings and fouls that one away. Up and inside again. Polanco only able to foul that one away. The 1-2 is low and away for a ball there. Count now even at 2-2. The pitch from Snell is outside for a ball. Polanco watches another one go outside, so he loads up the count now, 3-2. 1 out, no man on. Full count for Polanco coming up. The payoff pitch from Snell is swung on and fouled away down that first base line. Polanco protecting there at 3-2. Another payoff pitch coming up from Snell. Is just low and inside for a ball, so Polanco will take his base. First walk of the day for Snell. The second baseman, Kevin Kramer, will come up to bat next. Struck out in his first at-bat against Snell. 1 on, 1 out for the Pirates, top of the 5th. No runs for either team yet. That one is inside for a ball, 1-0 the count. The second pitch to Kramer is swung on and missed. Not able to get a hold of that fastball there. Count even now, 1-1. The pitch now is swung on and driven by Diaz. Throw to second is good. Throw to first is also good for the double play. Third double play for this Rays defense so far. To Diaz. To the second baseman, Lau, who flips it over to Choi to retire the side. Bottom of the 5th coming up. The shortstop, Willie Adames, will come up to the plate. The Pirates have someone already warming up in their bullpen. Interesting to see their approach here. Musgrove only 60 pitches through 4. No runs yet, but I guess they're just trying to keep their options open. That one is low for a ball. Steven Brault, the lefty, getting warm now. Adames, Wendell, and Kiermaier are the men that will come to the plate in the bottom of the 5th. That one in there for a strike. Adames watches that one go by. Count now even at one ball and 1 strike. The pitch to Adames is driven on now. Could it go? The right fielder chases. And it's off the wall. Adames with a double. Off the wall. Looked like it could have gone all the way. The right fielder chased and could not get a hold of it there. Gregory Polanco, the man, tried to chase it down, but it will be an extra base hit for Adames, a leadoff double. Second of those for the Rays so far today. Second double for Adames of the season, as he had one on opening day. And Wendell will come up to the plate with a man in scoring position, no outs. Another chance for a threat here for the Rays to get on the board. As Raymond is trying to get the fans excited about this, Joey Wendell flew out to third. And that's going to be a base hit. That's going to get down. Polanco chasing. That's going to score Adames. A double for Wendell. So the Rays getting back-to-back doubles to score their first run of the game on a double by Wendell. In about the same spot, and you see now maybe why the Pirates started warming up a pitcher. Musgrove getting into a little bit of a jam here. And the bottom of the 5th proving to be so magical for the Rays so far, as they once again score their first runs of the game in the 5th inning, as Kevin Kiermaier takes that one low and away for a ball. Same situation now, no outs. Man in scoring position after back-to-back doubles to lead off the 5th. The 1-0 pitch to Kiermaier is on its way. Swung on and driven by the third baseman. The throw to first is good to retire Kiermaier. Wendell will stay at second. So an unproductive out here for the Rays. But they still have a man in scoring position with only an out. The sacrifice situation, I suppose, is still in play. Mike Zunino coming up to bat now. That pitch in there for a strike against Zunino. That pitch picked up by the third baseman, thrown to Bell easily to retire Zunino. So a couple of ground outs to third for the Rays here. Austin Meadows, the leadoff man, will come to the plate here with a man in scoring position. Struck out in his last at-bat. Led the game off with a double. Rays pick up a run here, bottom of the 5th. They'd like to add another one if they can. The first pitch to Meadows swung on and missed there. Austin Meadows batting .333 with runners in scoring position so far in this season. Of course, that home run on opening day to give the Rays the win. The second pitch to Meadows, and it's a broken back grounder. Meadows charging to first, and the throw is in time to Bell. So the grounder that didn't go much past home plate is picked up by the pitcher and thrown to first to retire the side there. Rays pick up a run as we head to the 6th. Leading off for the Pirates so far in the 6th inning is the catcher Stallings. It'll be the 8-9-1 holes. So for the Pirates in the 6th, Stallings, Tucker, and Newman will come to the plate to face Snell. 70th pitch there for Snell. He's through 5. Looking, the Rays may be able to get a couple more innings out of him at least the 6th, barring any trouble. Maybe in the 7th they start to warm up the bullpen. We'll see when we get to it. The 2-0 pitch from Snell, getting himself into a little trouble against the catcher here. That one in there for a strike. As Snell creeps back into this count, 2-1 now to the catcher Stallings. Snell throws, and it's swung on and driven for a base hit. Meadows has a little trouble with it, but it doesn't matter as it was going to be a base hit anyway. Stallings heads to first base, so it's a leadoff single for the catcher here. And the 9-hole hitter, Cole Tucker, the shortstop, will come up to bat. A similar situation for him as he tries to put the bunt down. It is charged by Choi, who throws over to second, so they're going to get the lead runner there on the sacrifice. Definitely not what Cole Tucker was hoping for, as he takes first base, trying to move the runner over to second, but a very smart play by Choi to tag the lead runner there at second. The leadoff man, Kevin Newman, will come up to the plate next, struck out in his last at-bat. That throw to first is not in time as they try and get Tucker back to the bag. Fielder's choice there for Tucker. The 0-0 pitch to Newman is just high for a ball. 1 on, 1 out so far. Top of the 6th. 3 double plays for Pittsburgh so far. Would not be surprised to see another one for Newman. Josh Bell and Polanco, though, the victims of the double play. Snell throwing for the 2nd time back to the bag to Choi to keep Cole Tucker strained there to that bag. The 1-0 pitch to Newman is in there for a strike. Snell evening the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. The 77th pitch for Snell is just inside for a ball. 2-1 moves the count now. Haven't talked too much about him, but a pretty nice first start for Snell. Has not gotten into too much trouble. Of course, he's got a man on here. No runs through 5 1/3. The pitch in there for a strike. Evening the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kevin Cash giving the signs from the dugout. 1 strike away from putting away the leadoff man, Newman. It's on its way. Foul down that third base line, so we'll do it again at 2-2. For all you Seinfeld fans, might find amusement in this Pittsburgh lineup. The fact that they have a Newman and a Kramer, I find to be quite amusing, as Zunino throws back to first to keep Tucker there. The full count to the leadoff man. The payoff pitch is on its way. Popped up to Zunino. He's not going to have to move much for it to retire the leadoff man there. 2 gone now for the Pirates in the top of the 6th. They still have a man on for Brian Reynolds. Adam Frazier, excuse me, the man that will bat next. Adam Frazier with a ground out to first and a single in this one. He's got a man on here. The pitch is high and inside for a ball. A few times so far, a fastball by Snell against a lefty has really crept up close and personal. That pitch is swung and fouled away there down the first base line. 1-1 the count now. 1 on, 2 out. Top of the 6th. Rays up 1-0. Couple doubles in the last inning to give the Rays their first lead of the day. That pitch taken by a ball by Frazier. 2-1 moves the count now to him. And that pitch up and inside is swung on and it goes up in the air. Caught easily by Adames to retire the side. As we go to the bottom of the 6th here, Rays Baseball, WHBC. In the first pitching change for the Pirates, Nick Birdie, the man that will come on, with almost a 9.3 ERA for him. 17 strikeouts, 3 walks last season. Only appeared in 11 games. He will face Lau, Diaz, and Renfroe. The first pitch from Birdie is on its way. It is low for a ball. So Joe Musgrove, only 5 innings pitched. I believe did not even reach 70 or maybe 75 pitches. Gives up a run, few hits. As the Pirates head to the bullpen here fairly early. That pitch in there for a strike. And the Pirates bullpen stays busy. Erlin and Files, a couple of guys that were stirring in the last game. The 1-1 pitch to Lau. Swung on and missed that fastball. Lau having a hard time laying off of some of those pitches. Had a strikeout and a ground out so far in this one. The 1-2. Swung on and driven. Could it go? It goes back. The right fielder Polanco watches it. And it goes into the seats. A solo home run for Brandon Lau. His first of the season to give the Rays a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the 6th. The first batter the reliever Nick Birdie faces gives up a home run on that absolute shot by Brandon Lau. Sends that one into the right field seats to pad the Rays' lead here in the bottom of the 6th. An absolute monster home run by Lau, 392 feet was the distance for him. As Diaz is the man that will come up next. No men on, no outs here, bottom of the 6th. That pitch down the middle for a strike. Yandy Diaz with a couple of ground outs here today. Grounded out to third in his last at-bat. That pitch taken low and inside for a ball. 1-1 now the count. Is on its way and it's outside. Diaz taking a couple balls against Birdie here. 7 pitches so far for the reliever here. Giving up a run. No outs recorded for him yet as the Pirates have the bullpen stirring. The 2-1 pitch to Diaz is swung on and missed. The count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch from Birdie. Down the middle, it is driven for Diaz. And it will be a diving catch by the center fielder, Brian Reynolds. Looked like it could have been a base hit for Diaz, but a nice sliding play for Reynolds as he slides feet first. Gets the glove down to catch it to retire Diaz. 1 gone now in the bottom of the 6th. Hunter Renfroe, the man that will come to the plate next. 2 strikeouts. Looking to pick up a hit for sure. One gone, no men on here. Bottom of the 6th. That first pitch ticking low and outside for a ball. 1-0 the count now. That pitch also taken for a ball. So Renfroe goes up in the count. 2-0. Bottom of the 6th here for the Rays. That pitch taken in the strike zone for a strike. 2-1 the count now. If you're just joining us, the Rays score a run in the bottom of the 5th on a couple back-to-back doubles. Pick up a run here in the 6th on a solo home run by Brandon Lau. The 2-1 pitch to Renfroe. Taken just inside for a strike. 2-2 the count now to Renfroe. The pitch from Birdie. He throws. Swung on and missed by Hunter Renfroe. 3 strikeouts for him. 0 for 3 goes Renfroe as Ji-Man Choi comes up. 2 outs and the base is empty. Ji-Man Choi with a ground out and a fly out. I believe both of those at-bats, if I'm not mistaken, he swung on the first pitch. Choi not being very patient so far in this one. Eager to get a hit for sure. The first pitch to Choi is taken high and inside for a ball. 15th pitch for Birdie. Gave up that home run against the first batter he faced in Lau, but retired the next 2 that he faced. As the base is empty now with 2 out. Bottom of the 6th, the pitch from Birdie taken high for a ball by Choi. 2-0 goes the count now to the first baseman. Ji-Man Choi busy at first base for sure, no doubt today, catching all those ground outs. That pitch low for a ball, so 3 straight balls. A potential 4-pitch walk situation, and Choi Adames is on deck, the shortstop. Adames doubled in his last at-bat. And that pitch is taken low, so Choi will take his base on a 4-pitch walk. The first walk of the day issued by Pittsburgh. I believe just one for each team so far, as Choi takes his base there at the first base bag. Like I said, Willie Adames, the shortstop, will bat next. 1 on, 2 outs. Doubled and came around to score in the last inning. The first pitch to Adames is swung on and missed. Looked like maybe a changeup of sorts up in the zone. Adames not able to get a hold of that one. Birdie gets ahead in the count early, 0-1. The second pitch to Adames. Swung on and missed again. Birdie hitting Adames with the off-speed up in the zone early in the count. Worked to the tune of 0-2 on Adames. Third pitch to Willie. Taken well inside for a ball. Adames is not going to go down that easy as he takes that one. 1-2 the count now to the shortstop. Joey Wendell on deck. Doubled in his last at-bat. Swung on and driven. Could it go? And it will not be. It'll be a catch for the right fielder, Polanco, as that will retire the side. Rays pick up another run on an absolute shot by the second baseman, Brendan Lau. We head to the top of the 7th on Rays Baseball on WHBC. As we welcome you back to Rays Baseball, the Rays have a couple of men warming up in the bullpen. Chaz Rowe, Jose Alvarado. 85 pitches through 6 for Snell. That first pitch is there for a ball. The Rays have a lefty and a righty stirring in the bullpen, looking to play some matchups potentially here. The second pitch to Reynolds is also a ball, 2-0. Reynolds with a ground out and a fly out so far in this one. 0 for 2 for him. Josh Bell is on deck. So a potential bloop in a blast situation to tie it up for Pittsburgh. That pitch is swung on by Reynolds. It's going to be driven, chased by Renfroe. And he's just going to have to watch that one go into the seats, as it's going to be a solo home run for Brian Reynolds. Gets a hold of that pitch by Snell. The outfielder Renfroe can only watch. As Reynolds around the bases, cuts the Rays' lead in half. Pittsburgh trails by 1 now in that solo home run. And Kevin Cash has seen enough. He's going to come out and get the ball from Snell. Only 1 run allowed by Snell, but if you're the Rays, you want to shut this down, as you only have a 1-run lead at this point. Snell getting applause from the crowd as he heads to the dugout. Colin Poche is the man that will come in, the left-hander. 51 games last year, 4.7 ERA, 72 strikeouts, 19 walks. A guy that throws a lot of fastballs, likes to throw them up in the zone. Interesting to see the approach here with him facing Josh Bell with the bases empty. The lefty on righty, not exactly the most ideal, but I'm sure Kevin Cash knows what he's doing. The 0-0 pitch to Bell now. Fouled away by Josh Bell. 0-1 the count now. Josh Bell 0 for 2 today. Flew out, grounded out, including into a double play in his last at-bat. So Snell finished with 6+ innings, 1 run allowed, handful of strikeouts. 0-2 the count. Poche goes up early on Josh Bell. Pirates get their first run of the game here in the top of the 7th inning. Poche up early on Bell here. The 0-2 pitch is on its way. Fouled back by Josh Bell. Colin Poche going to the off-speed there. Up 0-2 in the count against the slugger Bell. The pitch from Poche is swung on and missed well outside, but Bell could not get a good read on that one as he's out on strikes to retire the first batter of the 7th. 8 outs remaining for the Rays as they are holding on to this 1-run lead. Colin Moran, the guy that will bat next, singled in his first at-bat, struck out in his second at-bat. The first pitch to him is inside for a ball. Poche picking up his first strikeout there. The 1-0 pitch to Moran is low for a ball as Moran goes ahead in the count 2-0 here. The 2-0 pitch from Poche is on its way. Moran drives that one out, and it could be another home run as it's chased by Meadows and Kiermaier, and they watch that one go into the seats as the Pittsburgh Pirates pick up a couple of solo home runs as they have this one tied up in the 7th inning. Colin Poche giving up a home run to the second batter he faced. And this game is all tied up here in the 7th. Rays have the bullpen moving with Diego Castillo and Oliver Drake now in a tie game. The potential A bullpen situation is out of play, you would think. They're going to let Colin Poche face Gregory Polanco. Polanco grounded into a double play in his first at-bat, walked in his last plate appearance. 0-1 in your scorebook. The 1-0 pitch to Polanco from Poche. The lefty-on-lefty matchup is on its way. That one taken for a ball. Two home runs allowed for the Rays in the 7th inning. Thankfully, they are both solo shots. As this game is just tied, it could be a lot worse for the Rays. The pitch to Polanco is on its way. Swung on and driven. Chased by Kiermaier as he's going to have to run out to the track. Did not quite get to the track, but he retires Polanco there on that fly out. So another ball that was taken deep into the outfield. Thankfully, Kiermaier was able to run that one down, as Kevin Kramer, the second baseman, will come to the plate next. Kevin Kramer has a strikeout, grounded out to a double play in his last at-bat. 2 gone, no men on here for Poche. 1 run allowed for him in this 7th inning. Rays looking to get out of it. The first pitch is there for a strike. The Rays have Adames, Wendell, and Kiermaier as they're at the bottom of the lineup on the when we head to the bottom of the 7th, when the Rays can put this one away. 0-1 the count to Kevin Kramer. The pitch from Poche, taken inside for a ball. The count even now at 1 ball and 1 strike. The 13th pitch from Poche is on its way. That ball taken high and outside. 2-1 moves the count now. Second game of the series against Pittsburgh. Rays get the first. This one's tied up. We got one tomorrow. That 2-1 pitch is high for a ball. 3-1 the count now. The catcher Stallings is on deck. If Kramer can work a walk here, the 3-1. Swung on and fouled away. The count will be full now for Poche and Kramer. The payoff pitch is on its way. Taken inside for a ball. So Poche will walk Kramer with 2 outs. The catcher Stallings up to bat now. They're going to it looks like they're going to let Poche face the righty Stallings. 1 on, 2 outs now. The catcher Stallings doubled in his last plate appearance. That one in there for a ball. The 1-0 pitch from Poche swung on and missed. Catcher Stallings not able to get a hold of that one. The 1-1 pitch from Poche. Low and inside for a ball. 2-1 moves the count now to the catcher Stallings. 1 man on, 2 outs. Rays just looking to get out of this inning. Swung on and fouled away. Count even now at 2-2. The Rays 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Heading to the bottom of the 7th. The Rays' bottom of the order will come up to bat next. The 2-2 pitch is well inside. Stallings having to take a hop skip away from that one to avoid getting hit. The 3-2. The payoff pitch is on its way from Poche. And it's taken low, so back-to-back walks for Poche. You got to make a move to the bullpen if you're Cash. 22 pitches for Poche, 11 strikes, 11 balls. Not able to keep much in the zone, so they got a man in scoring position. The Pirates have a leading run at second base. The 9-hole hitter Cole Tucker will come to the plate, as they will keep Poche in the game. The first pitch to Tucker, taken for a strike. The 0-1 pitch to Cole Tucker. Swung on and missed. So the Rays, once again, one strike away from getting out of this one. The Pirates have the leading run in scoring position. The 0-2 to Tucker. Swung on and missed by Tucker. And the Rays get out of this jam as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Rays give up a couple runs, but it's still tied here on Rays Baseball on WHBC. Robbie Erlin is the pitcher that will come in next. For the Pirates, Nick Birdie handling the last inning. Robbie Erlin, the guy that will come in this time, did come in the last contest. The DH, Joey Wendell, will come up first. The first pitch from Erlin is just low for a ball. Wendell, a good take on that pitch. That pitch swung on and driven. Can it be a base hit? No, it will not be, as it is run down by the center fielder, Brian Reynolds, to retire the first batter of the 7th. The center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier, for the Rays will bat next. Singled in his first at-bat, grounded out in his last one, has a stolen base so far. 1 out, no men on here. Bottom of the 7th, tie game, 2 runs apiece. That ball fouled away there. 0-2 goes Kiermaier in the count now. Rays pick up a run in the 5th, in the 6th. Pittsburgh ties it up in the 7th. The 0-2 to Kiermaier is high for a ball. Kiermaier not going to bite on that one as the count moves to 1-2. The catcher Zunino up next as Kiermaier drives that one. Is going to be, could it go? And it's gone! Kevin Kiermaier on a solo home run gives the Rays the lead in the bottom of the 7th on a solo shot, the second of the day for the Rays, as the Pittsburgh Pirates outfielders could only watch as it goes into the seats. The first home run of the season for the Rays star center fielder Kevin Kiermaier. Now as the Rays have the lead, the catcher Zunino will bat next. 1 out, no men on. The first pitch to Zunino is a strike. And now if you're the Rays, you're thinking obviously Poche is not going to come out for the 8th, but now the A bullpen is back in play. If you want to use Jose Alvarado and Nick Anderson, if you want to play them in back-to-back games. Of course, the Rays had the off day yesterday. So technically you would think everyone in the bullpen is in play if they want to go with the A bullpen, but they have a couple other options. Diego Castillo, Oliver Drake, guys like that, if they want to go in a different direction. That pitch taken inside for a ball to Zunino. 1-2 goes the count. The 1-2 pitch to Zunino fouled away. That pitch a little low outside of the zone, but Zunino gets a piece of it to stay alive. So the reliever Erlin gives up a run here in the 7th inning, gives the Rays the lead right back as Zunino drives that one right up the middle, but it is picked up by the second baseman. The throw to first is good to retire Zunino. And we'll go back to the top of the lineup. Austin Meadows will bat next. 1 for 3 so far today. Double in his first at-bat, has a strikeout and a ground out on a broken bat play and his last at-bat. 286 so far in the season for him, a home run, few RBIs that we saw opening day. The first pitch to Meadows. Lefty on lefty here. First pitch is in there for a strike. And that is going to be a base hit, driven through the gap, chased by the center fielder. As Meadows will go for 2. Will he get there? He will! Meadows going for 2. He ends up getting it. Looked like it was just going to be a routine single. Meadows rounds first in a hurry. Ends up sliding into second base in time for his second double of the day. And the Rays have their insurance run in scoring position. And Brandon Lau, the man that will come to the plate next, of course, home run in his last at-bat, is 1 for 3 so far today. Would love to see another home run, but a base hit, you would think, certainly would score Meadows. Give the Rays a 2-run lead if he can do so. The first pitch to Lau is on its way. And it's taken for a strike on the outside part of the plate. Erlin working quickly here, the 0-1. Checked by Lau. That's going to be a ball. Bit high and inside to him. Another lefty on lefty matchup. Swung on and missed by Lau. Erlin is now 1 strike away from getting out of this one. Did relinquish the tie. Swung on and missed by Lau on a pitch much low, but it will retire the side. The Rays, however, do regain the lead on a solo home run by Kevin Kiermaier. We head to the top of the 8th when we come back. Jose Alvarado, the man that will pitch next for the Rays. Of course, pitched on opening day, pitched a clean 8th inning. I believe it was 1-2-3 for him. Did not allow a hit. Kevin Newman, the first man that he will face. So 1-2-3 hitters for Pittsburgh here in the top of the 8th. A chance to get a threat going. They're only down by a run. The 3-2 lead for the Rays. That first pitch is just outside for a ball. Nick Anderson and Diego Castillo, the 2 righties, warming up in the bullpen for Tampa. The 1-0 is high and inside for a ball. The leadoff man Newman is 0 for 3 today. 2-0 and the count now. The pitch from Alvarado is he checked his swing, but they're saying he did not. It's going to be a strike. They're saying he went around. Count moves to 2-1 now. Base is empty. No outs here, but top of the 8th. Pirates looking to pick up a run to tie the game. That pitch is going to be grounded to third base. The throw from Yandy is much in time to Choi. So they put away Kevin Newman easily. The left fielder Adam Frazier will come to the plate next. He's 1 for 3 today with a single. Flew out to the shortstop in his last at-bat. Alvarado picked up his first out. Looks like they're going to give him the inning if all goes well. The first pitch to Frazier is on its way. In there for a strike. 0-1 the count now to Frazier. And if you're like me, counting outs at home, the Rays are 5 away from picking up their second win of the season. And that pitch is picked up easily by Lau. Throw to first is in time to retire Frazier. 4 outs away now for the Rays. That pitch driven to right to Lau. Flip to Choi for the out. As Frazier goes 4-3. The next batter Alvarado will face is the center fielder Brian Reynolds. Home run in his last at-bat. 1 for 3 so far for him today. He had the homer, of course, off of Colin Poche. That pitch is just outside for a ball. The 1-0 pitch from Alvarado. Swung on and driven foul. 1-1 moves the count now. Jose 1 out away from getting out of this inning. The 1-1 pitch from Jose. Swung on and missed. The Rays now 1 strike away from getting out of this 8th inning. Keeping the lead. The 1-2 pitch from Alvarado is on its way. Swung on and driven. Kiermaier looks like he has it. He runs, charges it, and he catches it easily for the out. That will retire the side. Next up for Tampa, Diaz, Renfroe, and Choi when we come back. Michael Felez, the guy that will come in next for Pittsburgh, did pitch an opening day. 2 strikeouts, 1 walk for him. The first batter he will face is Diaz, Yandy Diaz, the third baseman. Diaz still looking for his first hit of the season. 0 for 3 today. Couple of groundouts and a flyout in his last at-bat. That pitch is in there for a strike on the outside part of the plate. Felez will be the 4th pitcher in the game. Of course, the starter, Joe Musgrove, only went 5. You would think that the former Ray, Chris Archer, will be the starter on the mound tomorrow. The 0-1 to Diaz. Fouled away there. 0-2 they count in a hurry to Yandy. The 0-2 to Diaz. Just low for a ball. 1-2 moves the count here. Be quite interesting to see if this score holds, as 3-2 was the score that the Rays did win yesterday on opening day. Well, I keep saying yesterday, of course, but the off day between opening day on Thursday and this game on this Saturday afternoon. The 1-2 pitch to Diaz. Swung on and missed, so he strikes out. 0 for 4 goes Yandy today. Hitless so far in this season through 2 games. The left fielder, Hunter Renfroe, will come up next. 3 strikeouts for Renfroe today. Looking to avoid the golden sombrero against the reliever Felez here. 5 pitches for Felez so far in this 8th inning. That pitch just high for a ball. 33 home runs for Renfroe last year in San Diego. Looking to do some damage here for the Rays here. In the 2nd game of the season, the 1-0. Just high for a ball. 2-0 moves the count now to Renfroe. G-Man Choi will come up next. Willie Adames after that, if one of those two can get on base. The 2-0 to Renfroe. Just in there for a strike. 2-1 the count now for Felez and Renfroe. The 2-1 pitch is on its way. Swung on and driven by Renfroe, but it will be foul. Looked like it had something to it, but it's going to end up to the left side of that left field foul pole. The 2-2 to Renfroe. Watch as that one go just inside for a ball. Full count now to Renfroe. G-Man Choi getting ready on the on-deck circle. The payoff pitch to Renfroe. Swung on and missed by Renfroe. The golden sombrero will be worn by him. 0 for 4 with the 4 strikeouts there. Not what you want to see on that off-season trade acquisition. Renfroe up to a little bit of a rough start this season with the 4 strikeouts. G-Man Choi, the first baseman, batting next. The lefty on righty advantage goes to the batter, Choi. That first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. G-Man Choi 0 for 2 today with a walk. Walked in his last at-bat in the 6th inning. The 0-1 to Choi. Just inside there for a ball. 1-1 the count. Choi fouled away. So now Felix and the Pirates 1 strike away from getting out of this inning and giving themselves one last chance to score a run as they're down 3-2. The pitch to Choi is inside for a ball. Count now even at 2-2. Adames will bat next if Choi can get on base. Wendell behind him. The 2-2 to Choi. Just low and outside for a ball, so another full count for Felix here in this 8th inning. Choi working a nice count, nice at-bat. The payoff pitch to Choi. Just outside, and Choi will walk now. Choi with a very nice at-bat, working a walk. 2 straight walks now for Choi. Adames will come up to bat next. Of course, Willie 1 for 3 with a double. The first pitch to Willie swung on and missed. 1 man on, 2 outs now for the Rays. Bottom of the 8th, looking to add on. Start a potential threat now as they're in the middle part of this lineup with the 6-hole Willie. Adames swung on and drove that ball foul into foul territory there beyond the first base line. 0-2 the count, and the Pittsburgh Pirates now, again, 1 strike away from getting to the top of the 9th. The 0-2 pitch is going to be rung up for a strikeout looking. Willie Adames heads to the dugout, and Pittsburgh is down to their final 3 outs when we come back. And for the Rays, the closer, Nick Anderson, we know what happened on opening day. Ended up giving up a 2-run homer to cut the Rays lead to 3-2. Ended up getting runners on second and third, but did get out of the jam. And once again, the batter he will face, Josh Bell, the guy that homered off of him on opening day, is the first batter that he will face. Pittsburgh with Josh Bell, Colin Moran, Gregory Polanco. Here in the 9th, they got one last chance to get a run to tie this game. First pitch is outside to Bell. 1-0 the count now. Josh Bell is 0 for 3 in this contest. Grounded into a double play. Struck out in his last at-bat. The 1-0 pitch to him now. He is just in there for a strike. Count now even at 1-1. Pirates with the middle part of their order here to give themselves one last chance. The 1-1 pitch to Josh Bell. Just outside. Just inside, I should say. 2-1 the count now. Josh Bell getting ahead. Josh Bell done a pretty good job at laying off pitches. Has not gotten on base yet, though. Just low there. 3-1 the count now. The last thing you want to do with the 1-run lead in the 9th is a leadoff walk. Nick Anderson, 3-1 count now to Bell. The pitch. Swung on and missed. The count goes full now at 3-2. No man on, no out for the leadoff Bell. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed by Josh Bell. He strikes out in a full count, and the Rays are 2 outs away from picking up their 2nd win of the season. 2 straight strikeouts for Bell. The third baseman, Colin Moran, will come up next. Homered in his last at-bat. That first pitch in there for a strike. 2 for 3 today. A single and that home run. Has given the Rays a bit of trouble here in this series so far. The 0-1 pitch from Anderson is on its way. Moran skips back as that ball goes well out inside. Count even out at 1-1. The pitch to Moran is on its way. Just in there in the zone for a strike. 1-2 now the count to Moran, looking to protect here. No men on here, 1 out. Top of the 9th. Rays lead 3-2. Looking to close out their 2nd win. That ball high for a ball. 2-2 the count now to Moran. The pitch. And it's in there for a strike. Nick Anderson with his 2nd strikeout of the inning. And the Pittsburgh Pirates are down to their final out. Colin Moran struck out looking there. That fastball at 98 miles per hour for Nick Anderson, the closer. And Gregory Polanco with the Pirates down to their final out. 0 for 2 with the walk here in this game so far. That pitch just low for a ball. 12 pitches for Anderson, looking for saves in back-to-back games. Back-to-back 3-2 wins potentially for Tampa Bay. That pitch inside for a ball. Gregory Polanco getting up in the count early here, 2-0. 14th pitch for Nick Anderson coming up. The 2-0. It's popped up. Kevin Kiermaier is going to chase. It goes deep. Kevin Kiermaier is going to watch that one go as Pittsburgh ties it up down to their final out. Gregory Polanco with a solo shot to tie this one up. Nick Anderson, the closer, blows this save in that situation. And Pittsburgh, with 2 outs in the top of the ninth, ties it up. Be interesting to see what the Rays do now with the bullpen, if they're going to let Nick Anderson finish this one out. Obviously, they have people warming up, as that curveball did nothing against Gregory Polanco, able to send that one into center field. Kevin Kiermaier could only chase, as they tie it up on that one. Kevin Kramer, the man that will bat next. 2 outs, no men on. Kramer's going to drive that one, and that's going to go. So Pittsburgh takes the lead on back-to-back home runs off the Rays closer, Nick Anderson. The first major league home run of Kevin Kramer's career to give the Pittsburgh Pirates the lead. And now the pressure is on the Rays as Pittsburgh is going to have their closer warming up, as now they take their first lead of the season. And the Rays are going to make a move. Oliver Drake is the man that will come in next. 56 innings pitched, 3.2 ERA, 70 strikeouts, 19 walks last year. As Nick Anderson gives up back-to-back home runs. He retired the first 2 batters he faced. Gives up 2 home runs. Gives up the lead. Will be the potential losing pitcher here, as Oliver Drake comes in, only needing to get 1 out. As the catcher Stallings pops that one up, easily caught by Kiermaier. Only 1 pitch, 1 out for Drake, as the Rays, needing a run, go to the bottom of the 9th here on Rays Baseball WHBC. And Keone Kela, the closer for Pittsburgh, that will come on a 2.1 ERA for him last year. 33 strikeouts, 11 walks in 29 innings pitched. Not what you want if you're the Rays. They have the 7, 8, and 9 hole. Bottom of the 9th, needing a run. The DH Joey Wendell will come up. And he fouls that one away, the first pitch that he sees. Wendell with a double in this one. The 0-1 count to him. Fouls that one away, so he goes down in the count early, 0-2. Rays down for the first time this season, needing a run to stay alive against the closer for the Pirates. The 0-2 is outside for a ball, 1-2. Now the count to Wendell. Pittsburgh looking for their first win of the season. Rays looking to avoid their first loss of the season. The 1-2 to Wendell is low for a ball. 2-2 moves the count now. It's evened up for Wendell. Kevin Kiermaier, the man that will bat next. The pitch is on its way. Taken low for a ball. Wendell loads up the count against the closer. Payoff pitch upcoming for Wendell. It's on its way. Fouled away by Wendell. Stays alive. That pitch well in the zone. Count remains full. No out, no on. Here in the bottom of the ninth, Ray is down a run. Joey Wendell fouls that one away down the first base line. Looked like it could have gone for two if it stayed fair. It did not. Count remains full. The third payoff pitch to Wendell. Wendell watches that one go down for a strike. And he's going to be retired. They are on the strikeout looking. Rays down to 2 outs now. Down a run. Bottom of the ninth. Kevin Kiermaier, the center fielder, will bat next. Kevin Kiermaier with a base hit today. A single and that's it. He pops that one up on the first pitch he sees. And the center fielder will catch that one easily. Brian Reynolds there to bring the Rays down to their final out here. Down 4-3. And they are going to let the catcher Mike Zunino bat, thinking they may pinch hit with Michael Perez, the catcher on the bench that could potentially come in. Mike Zunino 0 for 3 in this one. Grounded out in his last at-bat. Out what you want to see, the 9-hole. And the Rays down to their final out. If Zunino can find a way to get on, they go back to the top of the lineup with the lefty Meadows. Against the right-handed closer, the first pitch to Zunino. That curveball is going to go outside the zone. Zunino in his career versus Kela is 0 for 6 against the Pittsburgh closer. Takes that first pitch for a ball. 1-0 the count now. The second pitch to Zunino is on its way. He swings out when it is charged by the third baseman. Will throw to first to retire Zunino. And the Rays pick up their first loss of the season. A 4-3 loss to Pittsburgh. They had the lead in the top of the ninth. Nick Anderson giving up back-to-back home runs to relinquish the lead. And Pittsburgh closes it out at the bottom of the ninth to hand their Rays the first loss of the season. Pittsburgh winning their first. Both teams head now to 1-1